Hey y'all, I want to bring you into a little bit of how I open the space. And sometimes it varies depending on the day or if I've done anything ritually or ceremonially speaking. But we'll just say a really simple prayer. Spirit, please allow me to bring through a message for whoever is listening to this today. Connect us back to all that is, and may the message serve the highest and greatest good of the web of life. Thank you. How's you guys' full moon? Mine was good. We've been cooking. I've been writing. I'm about to finish a journal. I kind of need to decide what my next one is going to be. I don't necessarily need to go get another one because I have several around here. What have you been doing? Any new practices? Any revelations about your values? If you guys have been doing any kind of manifestation work, I'd love to hear about it because Taurus is so in there. I'm getting this card spread come through right now, so I'm just going to go with it. This one is a new one for me. Okay, so in the middle we have sort of what is brewing like inside of you, what is being processed. On the outside, we're going to have some external influences. And at the top and the bottom are some, let's just say, support from the plant spirit of the rose that wants to come in. You might identify these kinds of energies with angelic beings, with guides, with ancestors. That's all in the mix too. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. This is perfect. This being in the cauldron right now, the alchemy of poison, transformational lessons, reclaiming personal choice, and radical forgiveness. And then holding space for love, non-judgment, discernment, and self-acceptance. Yeah, that's so beautiful. Like, these two together, okay. I'm kind of obsessed that this is what's going on right now. Because this is what we need, you guys. Like, this, I couldn't have, okay. For this to be what's happening after this full moon in Taurus, where we are, like, this is, like, Taurus is so all about personal choice, like standing in our values, figuring out what those things are, and then not judging ourselves when those things have shifted or changed, if past versions of ourselves are not in alignment with who we are right now. Like, that gives us so much leverage to just continue to move along, because we can see how everyone else is also going through that kind of experience. So whether or not you have words for this, like, this is giving sort of being unbothered, being at peace with how things are, being with what is without being in resistance to it. Radical forgiveness. Yeah. Have you guys ever showed up to a group something that you're doing, and you're just sort of noticing how people are projecting certain things onto you, or you have an expectation of how other people should show up, and then it's like those things are shattered, and sometimes you react worse than other people do, or sometimes they're reacting worse, you know, and sort of the difference between the reactions is so interesting, but it always teaches us a lot about holding space for love, about just being in the moment of what is without being in resistance to it. Okay, let me not continue to ramble. Wow, look at that. The outside influences, you guys. The Lover's reversed, so division. Division between, obviously... Oh, can I even show them? Probably not. Okay. Division between genders, between, like, all of the different divisions that are out there, as well as the rarity of coming across people who have had that inner reconciliation that the Lover's card represents. I mean, that's hard to reach. That's hard to even catch a glimpse of in this world. So, if you have, that's incredible. But a lot of the people around us are... Let's put the wormwood over this card. Thank you, wormwood. Yeah, I mean, okay, so that is an outside influence. And then we have the Four of Cups, not being happy with what you got. Not being happy with what you got. That's all around us. Not noticing what's being given to us. Not noticing what is right in front of us. But I feel like you are well aware of these energies and not allowing them to influence your energetic, your field. While these energies are in the field, they don't need to permeate your field and affect the ripple effects that you're putting out into the world. Okay, so for the plant support from the Rose, thank you. We have plant yourself here, integration, embodiment, and action. I could not love this more. So let me read the message. Invite your soul to come all the way in, from your knees to your nose, your cheeks to your toes. Fully embody your life. Drop the defensive walls. Let your soul land and occupy every cell. Anchor all parts of you into the here and now. Life is here even when death is here. Birth isn't possible without it. And you came here to birth this world anew, don't you remember? Fully commit to living this life. Put your 2 feet in your ancient soul, wholly and completely in. This is the card of one who's committed to being the bridge between heaven and earth. The embodied mystic. They know that they don't need to denounce either heaven or earth. Rather, they are a weaver of worlds. Here to embody their soul more and more with each new day. Here to weave the sacred back into everyday life. This card is an invitation to commit more fully to your life as a soul having a human experience. To invite your soul to grow roots that reach deep so that you can grow tall. To commit to your humanity and your expansion at once. The Rose invites us to embrace all stages of life on earth, from the buds to the bloom, from the cutting back to the fruit. Her beauty and sweet scent are an embodiment of heaven, a nectarious reward for being here. The rose reminds us to take a moment to properly enjoy the sweetness, and that heaven really can be a place on earth. And the question is, how can you commit more to your life with a capital L? If you've been escaping, there's no judgment here. That is very much in the air. But this reading today is calling you back into the 3D, calling you back into your body. You know, we need you here. We need your unique gifts and energy here. And thank you for being here. This card says, come to me, attracting like a rose, receive and desire. One of the things that really starts happening when you show up more and more embodied is things do come to you pretty easily. It says, have you ever noticed how in summer, when the roses are at their fullest and their scent is hanging in the air, bees and other pollinators suddenly appear? Pollination happens when pollen from one plant mixes with the pollen from another, or is transferred from the stigma of one flower to the stigma of another. Roses don't go running all over the place, reaching and grabbing. Rather, they rely on bees to come to them. The rose is never reaching for the bee. It's never grasping or overstretching. It embraces what it is fully and allows life to come to it. It receives it fully. It doesn't open and close according to who walks by. It opens and blooms regardless. That's huge. That is huge. It doesn't open and close according to who walks by. It opens and blooms regardless. This card is about receiving abundance, rose style. It's an invitation to receive the sweetness of your life, to embrace the magnificence of who you are, and also to open yourself up to the possibility of receiving what you yearn for deeply. To be clear on what you desire. Taurus full moon. To trust all that's meant for you wants to come to you. To state your desires out loud, and let your yearnings be known. To ask for what you desire. Don't reach or grasp. Don't strive, control, or manipulate. That will leave you exhausted, parched, and brittle. This card delivers the message that is true, sustainable. This card delivers the message that true, sustainable abundance is coming. Connect with your sensual, true nature. Be unashamed of what you desire. And when it comes, relish each moment. The questions are, what do you desire? What are you ready to open yourself up to receive? And how can you attract like a flower? Alright, so that's the message for today. Thanks for being here with me. I loved this so much, and I hope you did too. I hope you got something out of it. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.